Good afternoon, everyone. I hope all is well with each and every one of you. I'm going to give it a moment before I start. Allow people to enter the chat. I hope everyone out there is having a great day so far. I do apologize for being late coming to this live. I had to get my son situated. He's getting ready for practice. And shout out to Sis Break Room. I know she's live right now. Hello, Sis Angie. Hello, Ashley D. I'm still at work, just stopping by to say hi. Thank you, Queen. Appreciate that. And I hope you're having a great day at work, Angie. Thanks for all you do. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm just giving my opinion and my thoughts on what transpired last night and what I felt and what I seen. And please feel free to leave your opinion in the chat as well. Rashida, good afternoon, Queen. I hope you're having a great day. It is definitely a nice day outside. It's a little too hot, but it's still a beautiful day. Every day we wake up, we're healthy, our family's okay. It's a blessing. Working and listening, hon. Okay. Sounds good. Yes. So, and thank you, Angie, as well. I know, sis, you're going to be in and out, so no worries. I have what you wrote and you dropped in the chat. I'll leave that up on my screen or I'll stroll back up if I feel as though it's necessary. But so I was taken aback by quite a few things last night. Happy Thankful Thursday. Yes, Ashley D. Mods in chat. Happy Thursday to you as well. And thank you, Sonny, for always leaving something of encouraging and uplifting. You are definitely a motivating person. It's nice to start my mornings with something positive. I appreciate that, Queen. So you guys, now yesterday I know a lot of people, well, a few people had a couple of things to say when it came to SuperFans and how the situation was addressed. And I'm just going to say this. I don't have a problem with the way it was addressed. I know that, when things are done publicly, you open that door for people to have an opinion on what they feel. And I think what happened kind of just took off with these ladies and it happened publicly and we all saw it unfold with our very own eyes. So by them not in communication with each other, this was the only way for them to these ladies to talk. So when they addressed her publicly, that gave her a chance to come up there. I think everyone was in their feelings in that moment, that nobody wanted to reach out and make a phone call. And it reached a boiling point to where everybody was like, you should call. No, she should call me. And sometimes it happens like that, and more than anything, we've seen these ladies show strength. We saw them show unity. We saw them stand together and most importantly, stand together on business, all of them. And one thing I learned from these ladies, which is so funny, you don't have to be emotional. You don't have to be yelling. You don't have to be upset, which I'm still a work in progress. I'm not going to say I completely got it down packed. Sometimes when we're emotional, our emotions are high. We can't control how it comes out. But one thing I learned about these ladies, they can roast when they're all together, they can calmly talk. It's like they're on the same accord at once, and when they address you as a whole. I like that, and I was just so thrown and taken aback just how, they approach the situation. You address one of us, you need to address all of us, and I respected that about them and their friendship. And that's how any friendship should be, any real solid friendship. So it's sad and very disheartening, to see them go through this so publicly and to see people take advantage of that and not understand or see what the bigger picture is. And the bigger picture is these ladies hopefully coming back together, working through their problems, and everybody learning from it. Whatever you felt as though their mistake was yesterday, learn from that. So you learn how to be a better friend, or you'll learn how to address a situation going forward. And if anything, I saw pain and hurt. I didn't see, tempers flaring to the point of, oh, she's talking reckless or she's yelling. No, I saw hurt from each and every one of these ladies. And that means they truly care about each other. When you have a bond with someone and you're hurt, those emotions come out and it's raw. So what they were going through in that moment, I fell for them and I felt it, and it felt genuine. And what I also picked up on as well was these ladies were close and they were friends before this happened. Before the saga, they were a team and they decided to go in business together. What's up? I know. That's fine. I'm live. You okay? And so they all decided to as well stop reporting on Brianna. Even though it seems as though Steph may not completely felt that she wanted to stop or felt that way, like the rest of the ladies did. She did not express that to them, it seems like. So they were taken back as well when she went on her channel and she decided to continue to speak on it. Now, hello, Tay Baby in the building. You're welcome. Thank you as well. I actually did been a while since I watched you live, but I hope everything is going good with you. Thank you so much, Michelle. Yes, it's definitely been a minute. Everything is going well. I am blessed. I appreciate you stopping through or coming over. Please feel free to voice your opinion. I know you may not have seen this yesterday, obviously, but I'm giving a little bit of detail about it. So I hope you'll join us and stay for a while. And everyone else in the chat, feel free to engage and give your opinion as well. Now, that hurt and that passion came from what they were feeling in that moment, right? So that's understandable. Now, I knew when I was over there immediately, like, okay, even if you rocked with one of them a little bit harder or you didn't agree with this one or that one, right? You still have to take in account that this is a friendship that happened before this. This didn't just happen because of the saga. This not just no content creators online beefing like the silliness and foolishness that I've engaged in, as well as plenty other content creators. These were genuine friendships that were formed and built before this. So it's a lot more hurt and pain there. It's a lot deeper than what we think. Could we relate to them? Absolutely. I have friends outside of this that I know that I've shared different experiences with. And if that happened to me, I would be hurt as well. So I could understand where all of these ladies were coming from. And I think that Steph made a mistake of not being totally honest with them. And they felt as though maybe if she would have came to them and told them what she felt or she wanted to continue to speak on that, then they might have been a little more understanding and supportive had she initially said that's not what she was feeling, or even if she decided to change her mind, right? So also, I think Steph was feeling possibly that if she would have changed her mind and she wanted to speak on it, that they might have not agreed with that because they're a brand, and they want to keep, their image as one, because that's how they started off as a team. But everyone has to take in count individuality is major for people that are podcasters that form these platforms together. That person with that different voice. Someone is more boisterous, someone is more laid back, someone is more in between. That's what you need, different personalities. Everybody don't have to be the same, but when we're doing something as a whole, we have to be on the same accord, especially when this is our brand and this is what we're working on. And it seems like a lot of people came in there yesterday, and I don't know if they came at the end, if they came in the middle, but they were thrown off due to people saying, this person is this, that person did this, you talking to her crazy. And Steph, she talks with passion. She was hurt, as well as, think Mimi, that's her name. She talks with passion too. So, and it's something I need to work on as well. And that's why I'm explaining and expressing this as calm as possible, because I'm a very passionate person. And the way I speak, sometimes people can think I'm upset. People can think I'm yelling, or people can think I'm too emotional, when that's not always the case. I speak sometimes with my emotion when things bother me, but I'm not an emotional person to that point. And I will not change that for anyone. Will I tone my tone down? Absolutely. But the same way I attracted my audience to me, being who I am, being passionate, telling a story, sharing experiences, is the same way you introduce yourself to me. So I don't feel the need to change that person for anyone, even if that's been critiqued and made fun of 1,000 times. I am who I am. Okay, I'm going to read a few comments and then I'm going to continue on. I just want to say, God got you no matter what. You always such a beautiful person, so don't let anybody steal your joy. Facts. Thank you so much. Yes, I appreciate that. I normally would chime in, but I missed all that. But I agree about people are individuals and this makes us unique. Absolutely, Sunny Bright. And, you know, people don't understand that it's okay for you to support someone. And I'm going to speak on this situation, but I'm not trying to speak on it in a non-biased situation. I want this person to, going forward, understand what happened in that moment. So maybe they could look at themselves and see like, oh, okay, this is what this person was trying to say. Prime example, someone commented and they thought that they were trying to boost Steph up, and they say they read a lot of negative comments that were towards her, and they just came in there and said, you're a star, keep shining, too bad the group didn't work out, it didn't last, something of that nature. But you have to take in context what was going on in that moment. And most importantly, you have to be able to read a room, you guys. Like, we were in that live because they were talking. They haven't talked in a while. These were friends before the freaking saga. So their emotions are running high. I knew when I came in that chat, if I even favored one person or the next, or liked their content a little bit better, in that moment, that didn't matter. These are friends that are finally coming together, that were at odds, and they're talking. So what the best thing I can do now is sit in this chat and support and encourage everyone else that's in here to do the same, so they can get through this and they can come to a common ground. So when you put that comment, that might have made one of the people that felt as though in that moment that's what Steph thought the problem was, or the initial issue. And when you said that, it was like poking a bear, even if you didn't try to. If you genuinely didn't try to and it was a mistake, then this is what I'm saying to you going forward in the future, so it could possibly help you not make that mistake. Because when you say things like that, it puts a spotlight on that situation. And most importantly, it says that you don't need the group. The group didn't work out. You just start on your own, keep shining, keep doing you. And that could be hurtful to, the people in that group initially that's having this conversation with their friend in this moment. And they might could even be feeling like she feels as though she don't need them and she's the star. So going forward, you have to read the room. And that's to any supporters out there that's goes to chats when friends are at odds. And sometimes you even have to just fall back and be encouraging to those people and stay out of the mix. Because what I've seen several times, even when I try, the only thing I can do, even if I don't agree with certain decisions and how other people move, they're still adults and everyone's going to move how they choose to, right? All we can do is support them from a distance and encourage them to keep their head up and be okay, right? But in the mix of that, as well as me, people probably don't agree with everything I do and how I move, and that's okay. But I'm still going to do it what I feel as though is best in my favor, regardless. And that in that moment, that kind of just made everything a little bit worse, So sometimes you have to just sit back. And if you don't want to say anything about everybody, or you feel as though at that moment you don't have anything encouraging to say, then, just stay in the bushes for a little while. And that'll save a lot of problems and a lot of issues. This was a situation with friends, you guys. And we have to think about this. We cannot insert ourselves in certain things all the time. I've done that. I'm guilty of that. Even when I try to bring clarity to certain other situations and it didn't involve me. I know how that feels. Even when you still feel like you're telling your truth, you're still inserting yourself into something. And you have to be very, very careful of that, because it's going to make you look as though, you're being selfish or you're not being considerate of this serious matter. Now, if you're being encouraging and helpful towards this situation, then that's different, But I wish these ladies nothing but the best. Going forward, I think what they can do is hear each other out, respect one another differences. If Steph want to continue to do her platform on her own as a whole, that's great. It's nothing more greater than having a real friendship that you built with people that are genuine, that knows your secrets, that knows you sometimes better than you know yourself. And just to lose those friends over people that you do not know, that you can't trust, it's not a good feeling. So I can understand how as well Steph friends must feel like, dang, what about us? Even if they're not saying that, it still looks as though, life is going on and they haven't came to their common ground yet. And I hope that those ladies will, and they can, because each one of them have the star power of their own and their own voice to continue doing what they're doing equally, by themselves. But at the same time, together as well, they were great. And sometimes certain things are meant to stay together as well as just not meant to be. And I think they should at least come back together or meet in the middle going forward and learn how to communicate with one another. Let me see. I love you, Ashley. You deserve the best. I love you too. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you too. So I think that I don't know if I'm going to do another live, but since I have And that's true. I'm from New Orleans and I know we are people person. So I don't expect people to be the same. And you know what? That's what I'm realizing as well. I am completely different than a lot of people. I value friendship. I don't look at friendship the way these other people do. Like, I feel as though if I'm investing my time, my energy into you, we build a decor, we communicate on the phone a majority of the day, right? We even share secrets with one another. You know my child's middle name. And something happens, and then you turn around and you say, well, we weren't friends. Well, I've wasted all this time on the phone with you when I could have been on the phone with, I guess, my real friends in real life. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people nowadays, they look at friendship differently. And I look at things from a whole different perspective. If I allow you into my personal space and I'm connecting with you frequently, and we're building a friendship together, not just calling each other sis or bro, because I call quite a few of my supporters sis, and to be honest, I didn't start that. They started that with me, trying to be encouraging and uplifting to me around the time of my sister's anniversary, almost 2 years ago. And I appreciate that. No, a year ago. But I also feel as though that's a way for me to connect with my supporters as well on a more personal level, instead of just calling out their names. But when I built this connection with you and I allow you into my world, and it's not completely into my world because I'm not a fool, but I let you in my personal space if I'm talking to you on a regular, right? And then you turn around and you do things that I feel as though are very disheartening or makes me question your loyalty, makes me even have to go back in my mind and trust you, or even question, dang, I told her this, I told her that. Why did I share this with her? Then I would rather cut ties at that very moment. Yes. Well, you know what? I'm going to be honest. With some people, if I'm just getting to know them, then I don't have a problem cutting ties. And I don't mean just completely cutting them off, but I mean just cut that point where we're trying to build. I don't want to do that. I don't want to continue on, because if I have to question how you're moving all the time, then I don't want to deal with you. If we're on the same page and we're both agreeing and working on building a friendship, building a sisterhood or a brotherhood, I shouldn't have to question all the moves that you're doing because your moves are questionable. You should have my best interest at heart when you're around this person and that person, and vice versa, right? But everybody's not built like you. Everybody doesn't move like you. You can't expect everyone to think like you, and I understand that. However, the people that I communicate with, I want those people to be genuine and somewhat similar to the same heart that I have, which is pure. It's genuine. You have good intentions for me. You don't flip on me because now you can't, you building another relationship with someone else. I don't think that's right. And to be honest, it's been so much stuff going on with the online stuff, you guys. It makes me self-conscious about even getting to know somebody else online, on a personal level, because it's just too much stuff that has occurred, and when you do get to know people online and you build those genuine relationships, because don't get me wrong, you can meet and build genuine relationships with people. But when it does get to that level, and even if I'm doing something wrong, personally address me and personally come to me to where I'm getting an understanding of this is bothering you, or you don't agree with what I'm saying or how I make you feel, so I can have that opportunity to fix that, and vice versa. I hope you do the same. Um, it's so easy for us to love someone, but people are not built like that. So just keep being who you are. God got you. Absolutely. And that's the crazy thing about life, you guys. You will Life will carry on. And everyone does not have the same genuine intentions as you. Some people can connect themselves to you for a motive, they have an agenda, or some people they want to be around you just because you are who you are. But no matter what, do not let anyone determine, or change who you are. It's a lot of things that go on in this world that has sometimes us second guessing ourselves. Like, dang, am I just this bad person? No, you're not just this bad person. A lot of things have made you the way you are. A lot of things sometimes make us move the way we do. But you're not a bad person. You just sometimes surround yourself around bad people. So no matter what, do not let that change who you are. I'm telling you. Yes, I agree. Good and good intentions are very important. I always pray the discerning in spirit and an open consciousness to decipher between good and bad facts. You know what? That's very, very important for everybody to be able to do that. And I will say that my problem with me, sometimes I feel as though, okay, I can help this situation, or this person might be able to change it. But in reality, a person can't change unless they want to. And if a person is bad a majority of their life, more than likely they're going to stay that way. Just point blank, period. A person is not going to change unless they want to change. So I would rather just surround myself around positive people that are encouraging as well, that have good intentions, that gonna uplift me as well as me uplift them when I'm down. I don't want to be around anybody that's negative all the time, 24/7, that's gossiping all the time, drama all the time. I don't have drama in my real life. When I tell you guys, my real life is so peaceful, it is. My son is a laid back, chill kid. A majority of everybody around me is happy. Only time we're not happy is when we're having those sad moments. And I try to stay busy so I don't go in my head and think about those moments. Oh, thank you, Michelle, for the super sticker queen. I appreciate it. Hey, Miranda. So I don't know if I should change this live and start coming on a different live. I think I kind of want to, but did you guys get a chance to check my community out a week ago? Because it's going to be a funny discussion. One of my best friends came up with it, and I want to speak on it to see how you guys respond to it. I do have a story containing to that. I want you to come back, Michelle, too. What the topic? I'm going to tell you guys this topic before I leave out, and I'm going to come back in at let me see what time it is. It's 2:57. I'll come back at 3:30. But the topic is, people can fool you 1 and 2. Oh, my bad. I said 1 and 2 half of the time. But pay attention to habits, language, and lifestyle. Keep your eyes wide open to see deception and motives. Absolutely. Definitely. People will definitely try to fool you. I hope you have a great day. I will be back. Okay, I can't wait to see it. Okay, let me tell you guys the name of the topic real quick if you forgot, and then I'm gonna end this live and we can come back at 3:30. So you meet someone and you want to get down with them on the first day, right? You feeling that person. I don't know if you went out to eat, wherever you chose to go on that first date, and you want to get down with them. When this person leaves your house and you all feeling good, you had an amazing time overnight. I guess you guys was intimate, you know, and you guys even talked about a relationship, the vibe, the chemistry, everything was there. And when he leaves and you get ready to wash those sheets, you guys, some of you might make the bed up after I will wash the sheets. You notice some doo-doo streaks in the bed or on your blanket, whichever way you want it on. If you sleep on a blanket, I don't know, but that's going to be the topic. So make sure you guys come back. I definitely want your opinion about this. And I have a brief funny story to share with you about that as well. I know someone that has experienced that. Yes, yikes. I know that is nasty and crazy. But it happens in real life, you guys. Not in my real life, but to some people. Ugh. So I appreciate the super sticker. I appreciate the positive words. I appreciate you, Angie, for working. I know, Michelle, that's nasty, right? Imagine you guys, I know this dude that did that. I see him. I'm a whisper. It's my boyfriend's cousin, one of the dudes. Thank God he don't watch my channel. Yes, it's nasty. Yes. It's a long story about it. Oh my God. Well, it's not long. It's a brief story, but it's a continued story. But you know, I want you guys' opinions more than anything. I'm gonna share that brief story and then we'll elaborate and go from there. But I just want to say Rashida, Michelle, Sunny Bright, Angie, Miranda. Let me see. Dee, hey Queen. I didn't see you, boo. I'm sorry if I overlooked you. It wasn't intentionally. Charge it to the blindness, not the heart. Aries Queen, Tay Baby, and everyone else, thank you for coming into the building, showing your love, support. I just want, leaving out, I wish SuperFans as a whole the best for them. I wish them as well the best individually. They are a great team, a great duo. However, Steph has started doing things on her own. So I do wish her the best if that's what she's going to continue to do. My advice for her would be continue to be to yourself. If that's the platform, if you're going to continue your platform on your own, be wise, Steph. Don't jump out there. Your friends is the friends you've had from the beginning. Your friends will not be the friends from this saga, I repeat. And I'm just keeping it a buck. Your friends is those two girls that were up there with you, passionately hurt, passionately in the mud with you, passionately arguing, going toe to toe, 10 toes down with you. Those are your friends. Not anybody on this YouTube that you've met after. We are irrelevant. Our supporters are our supporters, and I appreciate them. We have some wonderful supporters. Shout out to you all out there. But I just want her to understand that friendships are one of a kind, and they're not very easy to get. Everyone doesn't have your true intentions at heart. People will see you shining. People will see that you're an upcoming content creator speaking on this story, and they want to attach themselves to you. They want that clout. And people, what I've seen from this saga, they don't realize it's bigger than just this saga. They'll look at your numbers and they'll look at how their supporters are in their chat, but it's just supporters from the saga. But if that's what gives you the big head and makes you feel good to sleep at night and say, I have all the supporters just from the saga in my chat, then it's fine. But don't crucify or don't talk down to the people that no longer have those supporters due to, their channel in conflicts with other people due to them being lied on, or many reasons that were out of those people's control. You never look down on the next person because of their misfortunes. Some people will be humbled real quick due to those circumstances. God sometimes will reach back and say, okay, now you're doing too much now. This was a test for you in this moment. In this moment, you are in this chat. In this moment, I put you in this situation. What are you going to do? Are you going to fight negativity with negative things, or are you going to use your voice and be the voice of reason in this moment and speak positivity into this situation? And a lot of people fail those tests. God is absolutely so much bigger than this. Hey, my sis Queen Shelly in the building. Miranda said, I will support to you, Ashley. Thank you so much, Miranda. I appreciate that. And God is absolutely much bigger than this. You will be tested in these moments. People don't realize that how you treat people. If you believe in God, you have to ask yourself when you get up every day, when you decide to do something wrong, when you decide to do something sneaky or conniving, deceiving. Okay, I think I'm getting away with doing this, but God sees this. Would he be happy with this? Would he be okay with how I'm treating this person? And the answer would be no every time, especially if you're doing something malicious. You don't always have to fight fire with fire. Sometimes you have to just walk away. Kick your shoes off, leave them there and keep going. Because certain people are meant to distract you, deter you off your path, off your journey, to sink you, to divide and conquer. Steph, divide and conquer. Divide that friendship and conquer you. They will lift you up in that moment to think. Absolutely. And you would say that, Jan. God fights your battles. You would say that. Hey, Auntie. But God is not a God of confusion. If you're entering a situation and you're confused, that's not of God. Okay? Let's clear that up first. But you could be put in a situation to where you think this is it. I'm getting supporters. Everybody is coming and supporting me. I'm getting Cash App, super stickers, whatever you get in that moment. For the devil to make you think this is great. To make you think this is what I'm supposed to have in this moment. This is where I'm supposed to be. Only to distract you, confuse you, manipulate, use those tactics to where you think this is it. And then boom, something happens. Boom, a disagreement. And then now everything you worked so hard for is gone. I'm sorry, you guys. Hello. Anyways, hung it up. But Michelle said, just keep doing what we do, and he will elevate you always. Absolutely. Absolutely. Love you too, Auntie. If it's confusion of any type and turmoil, is from the devil. Absolutely. Always remember that and keep that in mind. You never have to second guess what God is sharing you. You never have to second guess confusion. If it's confusion, it's not of God. A lot of us are at a point in our life, at a point where we know we're supposed to go right, but sometimes we're freaking pulled left. I'm pulled left every day. Every day, Ashley D is pulled left, and she's trying her darnest to go right. Hey, Ebony, how you doing, sweetheart? And if I can get up and keep going, a lot of you out there that is suffering in silence, that may not have platforms, may not share what you're going through with anyone because you're used to dealing with it alone. You used to keeping it bottled up, right? Because you figure it out one way or another. Just know that he got you. Just know that it will get better. Don't lose your faith. Keep fighting a good fight. Keep going. Keep going. Well, I'm about to, Ebony, in this live, we were, speaking on Superfan, trying to give them some encouraging words, as a whole group, whether they decide to go forward or separate. At the end of the day, they were friends, and no matter what, they need to keep that in mind and put that first, because good friends and a good, healthy relationship with friends are truly hard to find. And to be honest, what I've learned on this internet, nobody has loyalty to one another. Everybody not built like you. And I don't want to get it confused with the people that are genuine, the people that I've never connected with on a personal level. But going forward, if I could tell anyone something that, for the better of them, that does have a platform or just starting one, be wise, be aware, be careful, and make sure the decisions that you make are of God. And just know any decision that you make, and it's a confusing or some confusion amongst that situation, then that's not of God, or you have your answer if you're questioning something. Just keep fighting a good fight, keep hanging in there, and what will give you a clear mind, just, this is a thing with a lot of people, okay? A lot of people do want to start over, but they're afraid to. They're afraid to look up and have 5 people listening to them. They're afraid to start talking about something new because they think they won't be relevant. But you are the person, you are the voice, you make your channel. It will be heard eventually. You'll get there in due time, even if you have to start over. You don't have to entertain drama or chaos and confusion every day to get some freaking likes and views. It's a bigger, broader world outside of this, besides just the drama and chaos. It is. And I know that. And I'm going to try to keep fighting a good fight for my true supporters, the true people that are here, encouraging, uplifting, and upholding me at a higher standard. I appreciate that. I'm going to keep fighting, y'all. It's hard, but I'm going to give it all I got. I promise. I promise. Nobody is going to take me from where I am in the position that I work hard to put myself in. I know my chat is the way it is for a reason. And I know the people that are meant to be here are meant to be here. And the ones that are only here for a season, they are gone. And I love you guys too. And yes, Ebony, in real life, those things that we value, we take serious, a lot of people don't. And maybe, and you can ask, well, you can't ask, but my aunt that's in the live, she will tell you a majority of my younger life, teenager life, I was a goofy person. I didn't really take anything serious. I didn't. Now, do I take things serious? Yes. You know, as a mother, as a content creator, as a partner, as a daughter, as a friend, as a niece, everything. Absolutely. Life is serious. Things are real now, and they're only going to get realer. I value myself in the company I keep. Going forward, I value what I plug myself into. I value what I put my energy into. And we all need to do that. Just like they say, you are what you eat. We are what we attach ourselves to. A lot of people listen to drama and foolishness every day. They listen to dark music all the time. Like, I listen to rap. I had a top down bump and rap, but I'm not plugged into that every day. I'm in it in that moment. And then I detach myself and go back to my real life. A lot of people don't know how to do that. They don't understand this is for a moment. Or a lot of people don't have much going on in their real life. So this becomes their real life in reality. This is not my reality. You have to be able to detach, because when you're plugged into darkness, you consume that. I'm telling you, just like you manifest your reality with your words, you do that with the energy you sustain into your body, into your mind, self-consciously. You're consuming that daily, and that becomes you. A lot of people will watch or listen to watch drama unfold on YouTube. People arguing all the time and this and that, and thinking it's funny that somebody is getting dragged. Oh, that's so funny. But you have to think about this. Keep in mind that person that's going through that. Do you think they think that's funny? We're all adults here right now, right? It's one thing when we have a fair moment, okay? And this person's getting dragged. This person fights back. But do you think that person is okay that's being continuously dragged? No. Imagine, put yourself in their shoes, especially if they have not been doing anything wrong. A lot of people don't understand why their personal life is having problems, because you've connected your personal life to your social life, and they should never entwine. Your social life is on YouTube. And when you put that laptop on the table and you fold it closed, you keep it that way. You don't get on the phone with your YouTube people all day long. You don't consume that drama the second you wake up, before you brush your teeth, before you send your children off to school. You looking at your phone. Are you kidding me? What has become of this world? What has happened? God is not of confusion. Just keep being you. Absolutely. I will be here for you always, because I know you real. Thank you. I appreciate that. Speak. Thank you, Shells. Showing love, Ash. I appreciate that, Ash. And you listen to me, because I've been there where you are, in that hot seat over and over and over again, Ash, and I've been burned. And I just want to say, so we can put an end to any type of confusion. Me and Ashley was not cool at this time. So whatever Ashley said about me when we wasn't cool, I don't care. You get me? Me and Ashley all right. She cool with me. I'm all right with her. But keep your head up, Ashley. You bring inspirational content. I've had a bad day quite a few times, sis, and I listened to you and I felt a lot better. Your videos bring confirmation to people when they're in certain situations. You have way more to offer besides the confusion that is being targeted towards you. That's not you. Your content speaks for itself. Your videos are not just videos on end of negative things. You have more positive things than any. So we could say put the money where your mouth is, put the money where your videos is. That for itself will tell you who Ashley is and her character overall as a whole. Ashley stood on business. She's a hardworking woman. She's a mother. She's a wife. And she's a content creator. And you do a great job, Ashley. And I'm proud of how you're conducting yourself. And I am going to continue to, when my sis needed, fix her crown and keep uplifting her, keep encouraging her, because it's not right. Nobody wants to be dragged. Absolutely. And nobody, deserves that, even when I've been doing the dragging, and I felt like, yes, I was defending myself, but I still shouldn't have engaged in that type of behavior continuously. Yes, it was funny. It was. But just because stuff is funny all the time, it doesn't make it right. It's not okay. God didn't say, okay, I'm going to give you a pass, Ashley, because that's funny as heck what you said. Yes, your video was so funny. Go ahead and make a fool of yourself. No, that's not why any of us have these platforms, to bully people, to provoke people, to cause chaos and confusion to people, for the supporters to be at our every command, for us to tell them what to do. No, our supporters plug into us for some type of information, whether it's encouraging, whether it's uplifting, whether it's just to communicate with us because they like us and we are building some type of connection from this interaction. We could say we don't know each other personally, but one way or another, we'll get a feel for someone, especially people with discernment. You'll be able to feel that person, feel as though you know them a little bit better just from their content, just from speaking with them on YouTube, or Facebook, wherever it is that you communicate with them with. You're so welcome, Ashley. You really are. I needed this message, Ashley D, and you are correct. You never know what someone is going through. You never know. And I'm going to be honest, you guys. I feel as though people look at me in a sense and they say she'll be okay, or she don't look like it'll bother her. She don't look like it stress her out. Well, on her pictures, she driving a Corvette outside, or her dude got her, that truck. That doesn't mean anything because of how I look. I feel just like the next person. I bleed the same way you do. I could be in that same car crying my eyes out. You never know. So it's so important. It's so important that we treat people the way we want to be treated. And you also be mindful of the people you're around and the way they treat those people. It's not right. You could say, well, I'm just watching, or I'm just commenting here and there. I'm not really engaging on a personal level. No, you're in these comments, hitting that laughing emoji. You're in this moment while this is going on, and you're giving this person that is dragging this next person click and views. So you're just as much a part of this as the person who's doing it. We have to wisen up. The more we continue to support foolish behavior in our day-to-day life, the more power and energy we give that person who's doing the behavior. And it's not cool. I look back over some of my worst moments, and I'm not going to lie. I'm human too. So I can't say I promise 1,010% that I'm not going to feel as though there's going to be a time where I might have to correct myself, because I don't know. But I've talked myself out of it plenty of times. And I'm sure Ashley has as well. And so many more people that's in these comments, whether it's going off on your boss, going off on a family member who has you mixed up, going off on your partner, maybe putting your kids in check, or even online, or and so on. We've all had to talk ourselves out of giving somebody some get right because they had you all the way mixed up, right? God, what is all? Love one another. Wants us to love one another. Absolutely. He does. And we have to start living by treat people how we will want to be treated. It's only right, you guys. We can't have a do stuff and then expect us to be rewarded for that at the end. We can't do some foolish behavior that we're aware of. We self-consciously know we're doing it, right? And then turn around and say, all is forgiven at the end of the night. God, forgive me. I'm gonna just turn around and ask God to forgive me later. I don't even know if God, we say he's a forgiving God and he forgives everything. Just what if the tricky part, you guys, what if the tricky part about this whole situation is he's a forgiving God under certain circumstances? What if he's only a forgiving God if we do something wrong in that moment? We pop off. We do something he would not approve of. And then once we calm down, we cold-heartedly apologize from our hearts. And then he forgives us. But he doesn't forgive us in the moments that we're aware we're doing something wrong and we think we're going to apologize later for that because we know he's going to forgive us. What if that's the times he doesn't forgive us? Then a lot of people are screwed out here because they know what they're doing. Half of these people do what they do and they don't even apologize about that. It is some cold-hearted people in this world, you guys. I thought I dealt with them in my younger days. My auntie that is on this live right now, the one that's named Jan, she has literally had to come outside and fight with me and my sister in the street. You understand what I'm saying? With some girls that came to my grandma's house. So she can vouch for what we've been through and how cold the world was for me and my sister. It was cold out there, y'all. It don't work that way. We has to do as if he has us to do. Love all. He loves us all. Absolutely. He sure does. And I'm going to try my best, to hold myself at a higher standard and continue to be the best version of myself, not just off of YouTube, but on YouTube as well. And hope that I'm giving you guys something at least once a day that's resonating with you, that's helpful, that's meaningful, that you might need to apply to your day-to-day life, even fun content. Like I'm going to get off of here in 1 minute and we're going to come back. It was going to be 3:30, but I think I'll push it back to 4. And I want each and every one of you to come back, but we're going to have that little funny live. I think it's definitely needed because lately it's been definitely serious on YouTube. And if I could be the person to enlighten us, well, not even enlighten us, because I don't think that's enlighten anybody about no doodoo streets. If I could be the person to bring some type of laughter to YouTube in this moment, then I would like to be. Then so be it. It don't work that way. Oh, I think I already read that. So let me see. We are at the, oh shoot, I am on here. Listen, I love each and every one of you. I am going to leave you guys because we will be coming back and at 4:00. And I did have something to do in the midst of this really quick. And I was trying to leave off and then come back on here at 3:30, but I'll just do it for the 4:00. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Much love to you all. Um, I will be back at 4. I'm coming. Please make sure you smash the like button on your way out. I'm gonna save your I'm coming. Blessings to you all. Love always, Ashley D.